Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We lost a tremendous comedian today. I know 8 million people on Facebook are going to talk about it, Twitter and all that. And I put a thing on Twitter how I met Norm Macdonald once. But to me, if you are not a comic, you go, oh, that Saturday Night Live guy, or you're like, oh, that guy that talked weird. But if you're a comic, you were a fan if you actually cared about comedy. He was a comic that comics laughed at. His writing was amazing. And the one story I told on Facebook, I'll say here, it was a non-story. And if I tell it, it won't be good. But if Norm told you this story, you'd like it. I was working at a comedy club at Foxwoods Casino, and I was there during the day. I was a house comedian, but also during the day, I also had to manage it. I had to put felt on the bottom of chairs. That's what my job was, so the chairs wouldn't scratch the wooden part of the floor. And I was putting the felt on, turning them over and replacing the felt. And across the hall in the casino was a theater, and that's where Norm was going to be performing. And during the day, he walked in, stuck his head in, and said, that's what I heard. So I turned and it's Norm Macdonald, and I said, wow, hi, I'm a big fan. And he goes, do you know if the club's going to pay me money, or if my agent called you guys and said not give me money so I don't gamble away all the money? And I said, I don't know. And he goes, and he stared at me and went, can you put golf on the TV? And I said, yes. So I went over and turned the TV on to golf, and he sat down for an hour, didn't talk to me at all as I put felt on chairs, watched golf, turned around and went, hey, thanks for being a big fan and not knowing anything, and then left. That's my one time I've ever talked to Norm Macdonald. And yeah, it sounds, I don't even want to think he was being a dick. That's just a guy existing in life. He didn't care about me or whatever. But to me, that's a great story. But when I tell that story, I don't do an impression. But when I wrote it, people messaged me and said, we all read it in his voice. And that's how amazing he was, where his voice, his delivery is what made the jokes good. Assholes will now try to steal his jokes because he died. But you can't, assholes, because you can't deliver it the way he did, unless you're Mark Norman, who sounds just like him. Anyway, on the POS. I'm kidding. Mark would never steal it. Bobby, take it away.
On that somber note, Alex, can you give me like a ska kind of beat to pump this up a little bit, this intro? That's right. Norm Macdonald's dead, which means Frank will probably be taking off another 6 weeks. So it's your boy, Bobby, playing announcer and co-host tonight for the Pat Oates Show. With your host, as always, the lovely, he's got new internet, a better mic, Pat Oates. His co-host, Bobby Tamburo, a little tired, back from Vegas, fun weekend. And joining us tonight, he's the talk of the Richmond comedy scene. He's in a hot beat we want to hear all about. He's probably the best looking comedian we've had on the show that's a male. Put your hands together for Alex Castagne, everybody.
Hey, good to fucking be here. Thank you guys very much. Love that Norm story. Says it revealed so much with so little. Just are they giving me my money, or is my agent getting it?
Yeah.
That shows so much.
Because what I had heard from people afterwards when I was told that story, people that knew him, is like his gambling was so bad that he wouldn't send his cut to the agent's cut. So he'd get the money first and say, just wire me the money instead of giving a check. Give me cash if he's at a casino, and then just gamble it all. And if he lost it, the agents wouldn't get their cut till he sent them money from his own bank account later. So they had a new thing where they would get their cut right away, and then only give him a little bit of money every day he was there somewhere. It's like
unreal.
By a little bit of money, it's a couple $1,000, but still, it's like insane. That was his concern, and he didn't even say, "Are you a comedian? Are you a manager?" I was a guy putting felt on check. I could be the custodian. He just said, "Yeah, you got my money." He didn't give a fuck. Big fan of not knowing what to do. And by the way, I'm a big fan of your ability to do a theme song right away on the. It's not like Bobby messages these people and says, "Be ready." He keeps doing this to our guests. You were ready,
Bobby. You're an asshole for that, by the way, because the comments are going to be on fire. Because between you, me, and Dupree, I have no idea what ska sound. I know ska has trumpets and shit, so I was like, I'll do a little trumpeting.
I'm just glad it didn't end in Sanford and Son. Most of the time when I'm like, hey, give me a beat, that's what it ends up with.
But he went so hard. I don't even know if anyone heard the intro because he was crushing it. And then we introduced him like it was nothing, not a breath. He was like, hey, great to be here. It's like, what the fuck? Like, this guy's like an Olympic swimmer, like Michael Phelps lungs. It was amazing.
That's how I was raised, dude. Getting dunked in the bathtub until my
you
grades
couldn't
got
hear
better.
Bobby Bobby was saying at the beginning that, hey, that was sad, but not, and now our third person on our show, our announcer, Frank, who's 80, whose father-in-law just died
died a month ago.
102. It was not a month ago, like 2 weeks ago. And Bobby's like, I guess he's going to take 6 more weeks off now that Norm died. Shitting on a man because he lost his father-in-law.
He has the same amount of blood relation to Sam as he does to Norm Macdonald. I'm just saying, don't be surprised when Frank looks this a couple of weeks.
6 weeks off. What do you see? A shadow? 6 more weeks of winter? 6 weeks off for a father-in-law?
80, and he knows that Bobby's going to shit on him for it, so it's going to be sad. But Bobby, guess what? Next Wednesday, he's back.
The return of the Mac.
Sent me the text, and he said, if you want it, a 22nd, I'll show up.
We definitely want it. We've missed him.
I'm like, we want you down. I go, have you seen anything? He goes, I've heard things. So he's ready.
Oh boy.
But I don't know if he's gonna have any stories. If he's sad, we're gonna have to block him, just like that guy, crap guy. But all right, I didn't talk about that in here, but whatever. All right. So Bobby, you had a huge weekend. You were in Vegas.
Yeah, buddy. Comedians of the Compound took over Las Vegas.
I mean, compound people in Vegas must have been scary.
It really wasn't bad. You know, our crew was good. There was a large proponent of a certain club that showed up. We don't have to go into too many details, but you can figure it out. Yeah. But
is that why Larry didn't make the trip?
No, Larry came. He was there.
Well, I thought he was just performing somewhere else in Vegas.
Yeah, he was performing somewhere else in Vegas, but he was hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I got in late Thursday night, early Friday morning. Got there. 3 people were out front with pre-rolls waiting for me. That's what happens when you tweet at anybody that asks when you're getting to Vegas, bring me a pre-roll and I'll tell you the answer.
Nuts, dude.
That was awesome. So we hung out there for a little bit. Then we went to bed. I got up early and did some touristy stuff on Friday because I was like, it's all going to be downhill from here. You know what I mean? Better get this out of the way.
What was touristy?
Oh, boy. Ziplined.
Oh, Jesus. What?
It was way too expensive, but it was kind of fun. It was a great 10 seconds for $80.
I've been there.
And then I saw there's a pool that has like a water slide, but around the water slide is a shark tank. And I just sat there hoping that
oh my God.
How sure do you have to be in your glass to swim in a pool that there's sharks that if a little crack happens, they're in with all the people?
You didn't do touristy things. You did fear factor things. I
didn't swim in the pool. I admired it from afar.
You went to the things where people were like, this is your fear. How are you going to get over this shit?
I would have been the guy if the glass had broke Pat that was sitting there going, oh, this is going to go great on YouTube.
Yeah. But wait, the thing is the pool was probably regular chlorinated water and the sharks were probably in salt water. So if that, honestly, it would have been a lot funnier if the glass breaks and then you see 10 sharks die. Like just immediately,
or just at least get bloodshot eyes and they look like they're high.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to be even more pissed off sharks. They're like, now I'm burning and I'm angry.
Did you zip line high? How was that?
It was about, yes, I did.
Yeah,
everything.
You thought he meant height. I knew he meant weed, but
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Were you 3 feet off the ground?
I just ran with it.
It was good. I could always put my feet down if I got scared. No, I got very high beforehand, and that made it fun. You were kind of soaring through the air. It also made the one guy I was with pretty paranoid because they do that thing where they fuck with you. Like I'm sure you've seen the slingshot videos where the guy's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I've ziplined before, and the harness was definitely too loose, like for both of us.
That's the first time in your life you fucking put something on. You're like, I got a little bit of room in this.
Oh shit!
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, you shots fired, Fatty. There you go.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I enjoyed it. I was just like,
I was about to get a hand in the beginning. Now we're even.
It's all fair game.
Yeah, come on.
By the way,
you'll get me.
I don't know if you guys know this. We've had Winston on before.
Oh, there you
Winston
go.
is Alex's good friend. So
I'm
prepared for all shots ready to go. I know how that crew rolls.
And please return it.
Well, does he know how the Winston one went with me and him?
Oh boy.
They just bickered the whole time. It was hilarious.
We went hard at each other to the point where Bobby thought there was issue, but we were both having
I did get
so
a little
much
uncomfortable
fun
at one point.
We had fun, but if we were in the same room, it would have been fun. We would have fought though, but it was fun. But it became nice at the end. It was definitely.
Winston does tend to have that effect on people. He can really figure out how to grind people's gears. It's hilarious.
Yes. And you pick a hill, he'll die on it. So anything you want, you got it.
And for the longest time in my life, that's who I was. And then after the last couple of years, I've become like a happier, nicer person. But it's easy for me to snap back into it. And he brought me. It was almost like I had a relapse, but without drugs. It was just ready to fucking kill someone. I was back quickly. But it was fun at the end. Bobby's like, should we stop this? I'm like, no, we're having fun, you asshole. We're both yelling at Bobby. Then we all turned on him somehow. And that became fun.
Oh, there you go. Nothing unites people like a common enemy.
Yep.
Which is why we need Frank back, because he used to be our common enemy. It used to be the Shit on Frank podcast. And now but it was and then Friday night, part of the cool experience is you're just walking around and people are like, oh shit, Bobby? And then you turn around, they're like, oh my God, it is you. And you're like, yeah, you should be a lot calmer. Like,
wow, getting recognized in Vegas. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
man.
So that was pretty sick. I got up on all the shows, which was pretty cool. The beauty of doing short amount of time is you can do a different set every time. And we had a lot of like crossover crowd. So that was kind of cool. Berg did like 30 minutes each show and did a completely different set each time, which was like just ridiculous.
That's unbelievable. Yeah. How long was your set?
I did about 7 each show.
Oh, dude, so 7's great because you can mix it up, but also you could do all kill or no filler. You know what I mean? Like you could do 7 minutes, you could do boom, 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 knock it out.
Exactly. And so what I did is I did like 1 or 2 long jokes and then like 3 short ones. You know what I mean? Like in between, just to mix it up and you get a nice vibe going. But it was great.
And it's nice you're doing a show. I mean, you've been doing comedy a while. We've all been doing comedy a while. Like, when so rarely do we get to perform for like a crowd that came to see you guys. Normally it's an ambush show where it's, they're just there because it's a night out. Like when they're about what they're about to see, like you can do whatever you want, man.
7 fucking minutes, dude. What the fuck? Who did more?
Not many people.
All right, got Berg doing 30 makes sense.
I mean, 30 might have been an exaggeration.
Motherfuckers should have done more than you.
I mean, there are definitely levels there.
Yeah, I know, and
I'm happy with my level.
But as a friend and a fan and a comic who's better than all of them, fuck them.
One of the coolest moments was I did the Jamaica joke with the hitter tag, and then that worked. So that was a lot of fun. Basically, I have a joke, Alex, where it ends with me getting left by another girl. And then I go, what do you do next? I guess you got to hope the guy hits her, right? Yeah. You want to hit her, but you can't. And so that's been working.
And it hit? Oh, no pun intended.
It hit well, yeah.
Very nice.
Of course, nice. I love it. I don't agree with that joke at all, Bobby, but I'm happy it worked out for you.
Yeah, no, I will be blocking you after this because, that's just too far. But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
We're
not Jamaican, so it's okay.
I'm not. There's this guy
making me hit you. That should be the punchline.
Oh fuck! Can I use that?
Well, how am I going to use it? I'm just going to fucking jerk chicken places, yelling it out loud. You're Jamaican me hit me. It's like, it doesn't make sense, Mom. I'm like, all right, Mom. Yeah, it's all yours.
That would be a funny, that old pickup line. It's like, are you from Jamaica? Because Jamaican me crazy. That'd be funny if you just fuck up the thing and you're like, are you from Jamaica? Because Jamaican me want to hit you. And the girl's like, excuse me.
I think the hit on line is Jamaican me horny. Jamaican me crazy wouldn't be a reason to want to date you.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Horny is a fucking ballsy pickup line. To walk up and be like, I'm a white guy and
pretend to be Jamaican and a pun is ballsy. Like that's
yeah, but you already got the shoe polish on. You got to lean into it.
Yeah, you already found a mop head and painted it black and put it on. You're like Whoopi Goldberg. It's like, yeah, that's me. Oh, that would be the best if that was the problem. Like you have black shoe polish on your face, you're dressed like a black woman, and someone's like, dude, that pickup line's lame. Like, you're not mad at anything else. It's like, no, I'm not bothered by that. It's like, I thought you would have, Whoopi was a better writer. I thought you would have done better.
Yeah.
Bobby, any groupies, like women? Any Bobettes?
There were women there.
Yes. No, but that were like, wanted you. Bobby, did Bobby get booby?
No. Bobby doesn't do that really.
No, but you're in Vegas. They're fired up. you never know.
No, I knew going in. Like I had no intention of doing that. I'm one of those guys.
Listen,
like,
when it's happened to me, I've never been there. Been like, yeah, I knew it was going to go in. We're not those people, but it happens when you're on stage for 7 minutes. They're like, oh, if he's half of that in bed.
I'm glad you asked this. There was somebody at Austin we talked about that like wouldn't leave me alone. You remember that story?
Yes.
Well, one of the members of the club fucked her the first night, and so she hung out with him all weekend. So
really?
for me, the MVP was that guy for taking on the grenade for me.
My God,
I was so proud of him.
You were like, I hope he hits her because I want to.
Trying to breed new members of the club. It's like
she did say, she was like, we were at breakfast the next day. She, like, I talked to her for a few minutes. Very nice person, but we talked the next day, like when he was getting her a drink. She was like, we were at breakfast and he got really into all of his beliefs, trying to be like, listen, I agree with 90% of it. That's why we're both here together. Okay. But like, this has got to stop.
This burnt bacon reminds me. All right. As long as we're thinking the same club, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're gay, right?
Yeah. Like I said, I was proud of that gentleman for helping me out.
Yes, that was nice. That's a gay club that hates black people.
Dude, I don't know any of it. We're getting too specific and putting details out there.
Oh, wait, I was kidding. Are they gay? I was diverting that because I thought they were the Klan.
Dude, I don't know anything about them.
Well, they weren't black.
I know they laughed hard at jokes.
They might have been black because she is the person I'm thinking of is heavy and a white woman. So they might.
Yeah. Sorry, Alex. I know this is a lot of like veiled talk. We'll talk.
No worries. I feel like I'm like
veiled? The Klan.
Yeah, that's very good. Very nice.
Literally and figuratively. Actually, not figuratively anymore. They're pretty out there.
I could say with pretty good certainty, no Klansmen at the shows. So that was good.
Well, yeah, that's always nice.
A couple might have been on stage, but
I mean, I don't know what the cleaning staff does in their free time, Pat. I don't know.
So I was wrong. I thought the club was the Klan. I don't know what club you're talking about. Now I feel like I'm out of it. I thought it was.
I've given a lot of clues. The audience knows.
Bobby, you look like you're in like one of those TV screens at the bowling alley when someone hits a strike. You look like you're in a fucking strike animation at a bowling alley. I hope this is turkey, and then Bobby pops up on the screen.
I would bowl there if Bobby just popped up on the screen.
He's not even like hype. He's like nice.
He's just like walking, and all of a sudden, ball hits you. Like, ooh! It's like, I can watch that video all day. Bobby, are we doing a story first, or are we doing games first, Bobby?
Well, I actually wanted to bring this up. I'm glad we got to bowling because it's an obscure sport, and we get into a lot of things here, Alex, at POS. We're not just a podcast. We're kind of like a marketing firm. And one of the things we've done is we sponsor a fighter. His name is Blaine Shutt. He's an MMA fighter. He's 0-1 in Bellator, but he fought really hard. Like a number of times I was like, please just stay down, Blaine. And he just kept getting up and getting his ass kicked for 3 rounds. So
respect.
God love the guy. And the reason why we did that is a lot of podcasts like The Fight now. That's the big thing. Like, we'll fight you at our festival. So we have Blaine on staff to solve any of those issues. And he also runs a youth academy. So if a lot of podcasts keep talking shit or keep stealing our guests, we're going to send the minors to beat them up because you can't fight back. Pretty logical. But our latest venture is something different. We've been realizing like a lot of these YouTube videos that are going viral are charitable things, like where people do good. So we've decided as POS, we're going to start the Hood to Lax program. Because here's the thing. Everybody wants to be a basketball star, an NBA star. Some guys even want to be baseball stars. Nobody in the inner city is going, damn, I want to play Division I lacrosse. And I feel like there is an entire market untapped of potential where we could be like, hey, don't play football. Come play lacrosse.
Sure.
You might make D2 in football. You're definitely going to be D1 in lacrosse. You are going to be the greatest lacrosse player anybody's ever seen.
Yeah.
And we've got it nice. We're not just going to like set up our own programs because like none of us were Division I lacrosse players. We're actually going to move them to Canada for a few summers to play with the Canadian players because they're the best lacrosse players around. Now, Pat, I know you don't know as much about lacrosse, but you've also told me that you know another kind of obscure sport that you have a good background in that in America isn't as represented as well, that you were going to get people into too, right?
Well, yeah, first of all, how dare you? I know a lot about lacrosse. I played lacrosse for 2 seasons. And,
I apologize.
Wow.
My bad.
And one of the most famous college lacrosse players of all time was African American. Also, one of the most famous football players of all time, Jim Brown, was one of the greatest lacrosse players in the history of.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a precedent.
Yes, and Native Americans look kind of like black people, and they're treated shittily, so it makes sense. And if you maybe that's how you get the black kids to go in. You go, we're just going to change your name to like running black kid or something
Runs
like
with
that.
stick.
Yeah. Runs from dad or something like that.
Dad runs from me.
Yes. If they get a name like that, then maybe they'll get to own a casino someday. So it can actually work out really well. The guys I know that own Foxwoods Casino, their last name is Butler and they're black people. I don't care what you tell me. I think they've just been pretending the whole time. They're not Native Americans, but whatever. Now the sport I'm thinking of is what you call what's that called now? With the you jump over it's a thing, and then you jump over in gymnastics.
The balance beam?
No, the Sibian. What we're doing is we're going to get. See what I did there? It's not the Sibian. It's a weirder thing. It's the vault. I think we should really take advantage of that, because what else do inner city kids not do? Gymnastics. They don't do that much at all. But who flips better than a black kid at a playground waiting for his mom or / dad to come back? And that's what I'm saying. We can get them right there.
Here's my concern with
I
that,
would go watch the Olympics like it was Ringling Brothers if black kids are flipping.
Absolutely. I don't disagree with you. However, the hood is not quite as progressive as the Pat Oates show. And I feel like they're going to get made fun of if they're not playing the big three. And at least in lacrosse, they have a stick to fight back with.
I don't know if you heard about this, but if they're playing gymnastics, they've got Eastern European men who know the mom. So they're pretty good. And they have doctors that will molest their mothers and sisters if they don't fucking keep their mouth shut. The gymnastics group is one of the, do you ever hear shit coming out of gymnastics until it hit the fan too hard? No. You ever anybody acting up in gymnastics? No. And those are foreigners. Foreigners act up all the time. Watch the news. So I'm telling you right now, you get those kids, no, you're not going to fuck with them. And maybe you guys are too young. You definitely are. When I was growing up, a big famous person was by the name of Mr. T. And Mr. T had a cartoon where he was with a bunch of gymnastic kids riding a van and a dog with a mohawk, and they solved crimes. And that was fucking cool. We need more black kids with mohawks solving crimes and doing flips. I'd watch it more. And it would, all of a sudden it would be cool, because if you've seen today's black kid with the skinny jeans, he's basically wearing a gymnast outfit anyway.
That's a very good point. And I've seen some people on the subway that like dance on the rafters and stuff. And you're like, if you just spent 10 minutes on the parallel bars, like you'd probably be top 10 in the country. You know what I mean? Like if we took those skills and just applied them a little bit.
Bobby, you fucking walk up to a guy dancing on the rafters of the subway. You're like, I'm gonna make you a star, okay? You ever worn a singlet?
You start sucking your dick. You're like, not like that, dude. That's not like that.
Where was Mr. T during Larry Nassar? The one crime he couldn't solve.
No, that's it.
Yeah,
he was
to see it.
Too busy pitying all the fools. It was tough. But like, when I was in high school, I went to an all-black school for a year, and not the lacrosse year, obviously. And when I was at that school, there was a black kid who was short, and he would go into the handicap bathroom, and he would do this crazy shit on the fucking 2 bars on the side. It was amazing. At one point, he could grab the bar, help himself up, and flip and land holding it, and without hitting the toilet. And it was insane. Like one time, he did fall. And
that's an 8.0.
Yeah. I saw that, and I knew we had this marketing coming. If I could travel back in time, I would sign that kid up, and he would be the next Mary Lou Red, but like a black boy.
The issue I run into on the subway with those same type athletics is that they're mainly minors, and you really don't want to go up to a minor and be like, "Hey, what?"
Cole or children?
Children.
Okay.
Children. And you're like, you really don't want to go up to a child and be like, hey, you want to join a gymnastics team right now? Like, there are 3 things you really don't want to recruit for in this day and age: the Catholic Church, the Boy Scouts, and gymnastics.
Well, you're not putting the business first, okay? Because if you're not getting the youth, then you lost the whole generation, okay? Because they're going to have agents coming up to them. You got to get them young, okay? And listen, anything with a singlet, it's going to cause a little touchy-feely. Remember Penn State? Now the gymnastics. You put an athlete in a singlet, they're going to get a little bit of diddled. That's just how it is. I didn't write the rules. I watch the news. That's all I do.
And you're right. But remember, that was white people shit.
Correct.
If you're going to do this, we're changing the outfit, okay? When white people played basketball, we saw thigh. When black people play basketball, we see ankle. That's it. It changes all the time. It's not going to be that Under Armour will jump in the second it fucking start. Are you kidding me? There will not be any more singlets at all. It won't. And if it is, it will look like Africa Bombata. It will have the green. It will have the red. It will have the black. That'll all be on it. And it will have headdresses. It'll be way fucking different now. In the music,
you pick up the Air Jordan Pike, Yurchenko.
They're going to change the game. And Bobby, you're saying like you can't just go to a kid and be like gymnastics. You don't pitch the gymnastics part. It's like, hey, would you like to sleep inside? Like, Jesus. Yeah, well, I got something for you.
Want to change
Alex,
the
what
world?
Sport you pitch?
What sport? Oh,
yeah,
what?
Help us out here.
Yeah, you got to help the kids. You got to help the kids get out.
You get a 10% return.
And by the way, to be fair, and I apologize. I'm older and I'm not woke. Bobby just said the hood, and I made it all black kids. There are a couple of Vietnamese there too. My bad. Go ahead.
I thought we were talking about uncircumcised, but yeah, that's that works too.
Best
I mean, it fits.
Yeah, we touched on bowling. Fuck, maybe squash or badminton, something like that. Something where we could really turn the tide.
Black kids aren't dealing with
shuttlecocks.
shuttlecocks. Black kids will not go near shuttlecocks at all. They hate that word. You have to call it shuttle penis or shuttle head.
No, we call it SC. So they South Carolina or Sports Center or whatever. We're like, got a bunch of SC guys over here. Stands for shuttlecocks. And if we got to change it, shuttle penis, whatever.
Shuttle penis sounds like a gay Uber.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's like Grinder on the go.
I do like the idea of like a trash talking racquetball player though. Man, I hit your mom harder with backhands.
That's great. That is a excellent trash talk for that sport. Like that is like a tier 1 trash talk. I hit your mom harder with background.
Shaft Johnson, because shut your mouth. I'm just talking about Shaft. That's what he's doing. He's always doing his backhanded hose. He doesn't even have a racket. He just that's it. He's just slapping it with. Oh, I like that sport now. Handball.
Yeah, 40 love.
Because they're already throwing a ball against the wall because their dad's not there to catch it, so they're good at it.
40 love, but 40's the
40
drink.
love, 40 no love.
40 ounces.
They actually made
no love. Oh, I love it. 40 love is a tennis. I know they did it, but they did it with those two big fellas. What's their name? Serena and Venus. But they didn't do it with anybody else.
Like, they made the rules of tennis, the scoring system, the way it is to keep poor people from figuring it out.
Is that true?
Yeah. Like the aristocrats made it love instead of 0, 15, 30, and then it should be 45, right? But it's 40 just to throw another little wrench in there.
Oh my God. Dude, of course. Unreal. They're like, they'll never catch on. It's like, dude, we don't want to play your fucking fruity game. Get out of here.
But the reason I like that is they saw that our plan coming. They were like, oh no, these poor people will dominate us in this sport. We cannot allow them to play.
Yeah, you were ahead of the game.
Well,
we're going to take this net and sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good, buddy.
Go. Oh no, it was terrible. Go on. It was not a good riff.
That was terrible.
Go for it.
The last 5 minutes wasn't terrible. Bobby not even telling me that. By the way, give me fucking credit. Coming up with gymnastics right away without having a clue what the fuck you were talking about. I was proud of myself.
I thought it was great.
I had no idea that game was coming. I had to do all that dumb racist shit just because of you.
And I knew that. I realized it was going to be bad, so I tried to lead you into rugby. I tried to easily give you rugby.
I played rugby. That's what he was doing, but Bobby doesn't realize that a lot of black people play rugby.
Yeah, I was going to say rugby, but it's like so big in New Zealand. You don't know what the
in South Africa and all that.
Huge. Those guys are fucking huge. Yeah. Rugby's terrifying.
Yeah, I played for a couple of years.
But like we've got centers now, right, in the NFL who run like 4 5 40s. Imagine that guy playing rugby, Pat.
What guy?
A guy who's 6'6", 300 pounds and can run a 4 5 40.
Yeah, all we need is the same movie that Sandra Bullock made, but just switch to sports. That's all you do. You just keep doing that.
That's what I did last night, Pat. I got high and came up with this premise watching
The Blind Side.
It's basically Air Bud, but instead of the same dog, it's just Sandra Bullock doing a different sport. She just shows up and finds a black kid and it makes them play something else. Today you're doing Foursquare. It's like, yo, motherfucker, I don't know how to count to 2.
Do you remember like a year after that happened, Disney tried to make a movie where they was basically the same story, but a guy went over to India and found a cricket playing like homeless guy and brought him.
Yes.
Everybody was like, we're not buying this premise. We already fell for the bull crap.
Yeah, it was like Moneyball.
Indians over here.
Well, that was a good fun distraction. Pat, why don't we hit a story? I don't want Alex to get bored on us.
No, this is great. We're moving lightning fast riffs tonight. I love it.
All right, so here's what we do, Alex. I read, and then in the comments, people say I read poorly or not exciting enough, even though I'm reading. But it's not really for them; it's for you two. And when I'm done reading, we'll kick it to you. You can tell us who the piece of shit is in the story. So will Bobby, and then we'll go on our thing.
I need pictures.
AOC ripped for attending elite Met Gala in tax the rich dress. Self-proclaimed socialist Republican. Representative, AOC claimed by early Tuesday that it was her responsibility to attend the Met Gala as she was roundly ripped for wearing a couture dress that says tax the rich all over it, where tickets cost $30,000 to go to this event. The massless AOC turned heads as she joined other left-wing leaders like Mayor de Blasio at the exclusive New York Bash late Monday, passing by a Black Lives Matter protest again to the evening taking place outside. She justified wearing a dress by New York-based Aurora James, whom she hailed as a substantially focused Black woman immigrant designer, claiming they were there to kick open the doors at the Met. And before haters get wild flying off the handle, New York elected officials are routinely invited to and attend the Met due to our responsibilities in overseeing and supporting the city's cultural institutions for the public, she tweeted. I was one of the several in attendance at this evening, she noted defensively. Now, she's catching a lot of shit because if she's going to say tax the rich, how the fuck is she going to be somebody that can spend $30,000 to go to the Met Gala? Who's the piece of shit in this story? I don't usually have to go political with it, so you can go the way you want, but you don't have to. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it AOC for trying to make a statement once again? I mean, lady, let it go. We get it. You're against everything. You want to yell all the time, but politicians don't need to be this fucking loud. You're going to a thing that has nothing to do with politics, the Met Gala. You're wearing a dress. Yes, you paid a Black woman to make the dress, so that makes you feel like you're better. But she wrote tax the rich on it, and you paid $30,000 to go. Is it people that care about this? Why do we keep giving this woman attention? Anyone that's giving attention to her, good, bad, or indifferent, is pushing her to do it more. She was built years ago to be tiny Latina Trump, whatever it was, just the thing to yell on the other side. Is it the woman who made the dress? Listen, I get it. You're a Black business owner. And 2 years ago, we were supposed to support you, but then the Asians came along and we changed it. But what we're supporting now, that's fine. But why would you make the lovely dress? But then when she's like, hey, can you write tax the rich on it? You're like, can you not tell people I made it? That's probably going to cost me shit because I'm a business owner and I'd like rich people to come there. She shouldn't have said yes to it all. Or is it the Post for once again writing a shitty article? Who's the piece of shit? Or you can choose anybody you want. Alex, you go first.
AOC, fucking stinky piece of shit in that scenario. It's just unreal, man. Like to wear the dress to an event where it's like there was no effort to even be like, hey, instead of my $35,000 ticket, why don't we put this towards a better use? Like she still showed up to the event. She had drinks. She had fun. Like the dress was just like for a picture. It's like, oh yeah, you got a police escort to drive you with your car that says Black Lives Matter on it. It's like you totally negated the purpose of it. You had that's my analogy. Like you totally negated your message by your actions. Like you stink. Your dress sucks. Man, so infuriating because it's like there were people. She had a bit of a push 4 years ago or whatever with her policies, and she was great on social media. Like she was going viral all the time. Like millennials and Gen Zs loved her, and now it's just like, God damn, you blew it, and now you're just as bad as all the rest of them. I don't know. She had a great time at this event. All she was wearing this dress. She's talking to fucking Kendall Jenner in a dress that looked like fucking that bitch, the Stephen King movie where the pig's blood gets dumped on her. Carrie. Oh yeah, what a Carrie. It's fucking designer made. Shut up.
I wish that movie was called "Who's That Bitch" instead of Carrie. I mean,
yeah.
Who's that bitch? Just dumping blood on her.
That was the Tyler Perry horror remake where they do like the funny horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Boo.
So every time I hear Tyler Perry's name now, I think of Shane Gillis' joke on that special where he talked about the women going to space. He goes, as far as my dad calls it, Medea went to the moon. I'm like, fucking Jesus. Bobby, who's the piece of shit?
For me, there are two. The first is the Met Gala. Politicians are not celebrities. Like, that's where we're really falling apart here.
Agreed.
Turning politicians into celebrities. And then for me, it is AOC as well. Like, I get the idea you have to fight the system from within. I think she's been pretty good about putting her money where her mouth is as far as her politics go. She fights for the things she said she was going to fight for. Do I think most of them are stupid? Sure, but I respect somebody who's that like dedicated and fights that hard. That said, you know who made a great statement at an event like this? Cher. Cher had to sing the national anthem at it was either the Super Bowl or World Series, one of the big ones. And she went out in jeans because she said it wasn't about me. It's about the national anthem. Like, you could have made a very good statement that would have stayed true to your politics. You know what I mean? You could have gone in with $100 dress. This could have been the opportunity for the black designer and the black business to come up with a dress for under $100 that looks like it belongs at the Met Gala. You know what I mean? Like, there were a lot of ways that you could have done this and had a real strong political impact, but you didn't. You know what I mean? You were basically Robin Hood who robbed the rich and then spent the money on a pimp ass suit.
Agreed. Love the Cher thing. Another powerful statement was Janet Jackson when she showed her nipple, because it's like, it's about the fans. Okay, it's not about this thing. We want to see tits, and she delivered. But I agree too. Like, such a hard backing on like politicians making them celebrities is just adding to this divisiveness. Not only are we making them celebrities, we're making them like sports teams, to where it's like, regardless of what they say, like even if they falter, people still are like blindly supporting them because they're like, my team can't lose. Like the fucking Cleveland Browns, if they go 0-18, they still got a fucking stadium of fans. It's like, that's a team you support it no matter what. Politicians should not be these teams. When they act out of line, we should fucking slap them for doing so.
Alex, you couldn't go 0-18 though, because you wouldn't make the playoffs. But with how much,
this is in this new
preseason. They're so bad they counted 2 preseason games.
Yeah, I'm counting spring training, which also doesn't exist in football.
They were so bad that they were like, "We're going to give you 2 more chances to win."
I got a little. They were wild card.
You don't get either bye week off. You're just going to play 18 fucking games. That's how fucking bad you are, to make your point.
We're going to give you another chance.
Before I get to my piece of shit, I liked your analogy, Bobby. Don't get me wrong, but. And I'm using the word "but" on purpose, but is Cher's only good quality, her ass. And she's only looked good in jeans in her life. Watch the movie Mask. Her face, she's a horse. She's a tall, scary, weird lady. Wearing a dress would make you look at that fucking Howard Stern looking lady and you wouldn't like it. When she wore jeans, you look at her butt and it's hot. So she can say all she wants about that she did that because whatever. She knows even at 80, the only thing she's got left, the only thing that'll turn back time is her butt cheeks, and that's it.
Yep.
The story is not AOC, because she's always a piece of shit. This is what she does. She does think of herself as a celebrity. She does do all these things. So I'd be more shocked if she showed up quiet and we didn't know she was there. I can't call her a piece of shit because that's what she naturally does all the time. It's not the writer of this article. This time it's Lee Brown. We've never brought him up. Whatever. You got to cover the gala. 1,000 people cover the gala. She shows up wearing something crazy. I understand why you write an article. It's not the Met Gala. Listen, we all agree they shouldn't be celebrities, but in fact, since Trump, they are. Politicians are now celebrities. We're watching that on more people are watching the news like it's a TV show now than ever before. Politicians' names are known more. 20 years ago, I didn't know the names of any senators or anyone like that unless they ran someone with a car, threw them in the river. Like, that's not a thing. But now we know everybody. That's people who want to be celebrities are actually trying to get into politics more than getting on YouTube or on TV. It's fucking crazy.
Right. Can I make a counterpoint real quick?
Oh, please.
There though, like it's the Met Gala. It's art, right? Has there ever been a time in history where politicians have been on the side of art? Like, they're the enemy.
Understandable, but it's a place
to
be seen and get points out, and it is funded a lot of times by politicians. So therefore, they are there a lot. It's usually New York City people, and AOC can be in that. Usually, the New York City politicians are there because they know that that's where, if they show up at these things, that's where they can get their funding for running for the next couple of years. So it is used in that way. So they're not usually the stars of it, but they are there because that's where you're going to find the money people. They're paying $30,000 to get in. And
Yeah,
that's only
insane.
on just to get in. That's not including what she pays for the dress, what they pay for the ride, what they pay for everything in their hair and everything else. You're spending $100,000 before you can fucking walk in that goddamn door.
Met Gala isn't the Met Gala isn't cool art. It's not Neil Young fucking whatever or Johnny Cash. It's like the shittiest part of art that isn't counterculture or subversive. It's just the flashy, showy shit.
Yeah, definitely. But you don't see like Orthodox Jews running a fundraiser for it. Like, I don't know. I don't know where that was going.
They don't really raise money for anything.
Let's go. Or no, Bobby. Yes, and what are Orthodox Jews running a fundraiser for?
You don't see them having a fundraiser that's like, this is a Jeopardy based on the Quran. You know what I mean? Like, you don't invite the enemy into your house, regardless if it's for your game.
Come to our Quebec Gala.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just Quebecan over here. I'm Quebecan. You're not going to show up. So my piece.
The Celtics don't raise money by raffling off a Magic Johnson jersey. That's
a long time ago. They raffled off a Magic Johnson. Actually, him, but they were those were the old raffles. You can't do those anymore. This is Magic Johnson. Yeah, he can breed with anybody. My piece of shit in this story is the woman who made the dress, because she took this business in. She listened to AOC. She took the money. Yes, I understand that we're supposed to all the small businesses, and she was supporting a black-owned business. That's not her fault. When AOC comes in and says, make a political statement for me, she should have said, hey, as a business, I support all people because I want to make money. By doing that, she has now cut a line and said, people that don't side with AOC, people don't see her side, don't come into my fucking store. And too many businesses are doing that now. We shouldn't be a divided fucking people anymore. We're all fucking suffering. We're all battling, whatever it is. And if you're going to do something dumb, I would have made a regular dress for her and then made her a mask, because doesn't AOC still like to wear masks and do all that shit? If you're going to put the mask on, then it could say that on there, tax the rich on your mat as a talking piece. Instead of you speaking, it says it on the mat. You could do it like a bedazzled jewels and shit for all I care. But if it's right there, she doesn't speak. But making that, or you don't make her a fancy dress. You want to make the real point? You give her a potato sack and she wears it like she's really poor. And it says tax the rich with arms and legs sticking out of it. And she walks in that way and she proves her fucking point. Hey, the poor people couldn't have come to this. It's ridiculous that I'm at this, but I'm here to make this statement. And the $30,000 I just spent, I'm actually going to take another $30,000 and donate it to BLM or some shit like that. And that's how you make your point. So fuck you, business lady. That's what I'm saying.
When I was in Las Vegas, there was a homeless guy who had a bunch of like signs that was like Joe Biden sucks nuts, Tom Brady peas sitting down. If I had $30,000,
you can get that guy on the show.
I would love to give him a ticket to the Met Gala and just be like, have fun, dude.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's what you do. You get that guy and he walks around to each celebrity and holds a sign up. Hey, Nicki Minaj, Joe Biden sucks nuts. And she's like, yo, that's crazy. Like, and they would all laugh, be a talking point, but it'd be funny. But also make a point. Her wearing that dress, I don't know if you've seen the picture. All right, first of all, AOC's not an ugly woman. She's in good shape, whatever she is. And it's a tight-fitting, nice dress, a white dress that just has written tax the rich on it. It's not like you're still looking at her. It's still drawing attention to her. You're not looking. Yes, it says it on it, but you're not. It's not making the statement she thinks it's making. If you're going to make that statement, make it in a way that makes you stand out, but also divides a room. The businesswoman for making it should have said no thanks. Make AOC make her own dumb dress.
Her advisors, AOC's advisors, really should have been like, this is not going to go the way.
Ago. They had.
I mean, what the fuck? How in their heads deep in the sand? You know what I mean? Like, for none of their advisors to be like, this is not going to go the way you think it's going to go at all. But they must have been. They were like, yes, Queen, you're going to tell them when you're fucking sipping cocktails with Kendall Jenner, you're going to make a statement. Nope. She fucking, and it was in the back of the dress, so people didn't even have to see it when they were talking to her.
I've always been under this belief, it's a stupid conspiracy, but I believe that AOC was selected not because she's a good politician anyway, but when Trump was at his height and people were listening to every crazy thing he said, someone on the Democrat side was like, hey, we need a crazy, but we need a crazy that fits us. It's got to be young. It's got to be, a minority. It's got to be someone's going to yell out other crazy shit because that's what people want now, crazy shit. And they found her, and then she drank her own Kool-Aid, and now they can't stop it. And they weren't hoping that she'd become anything, but now she's this celebrity thing that can't stop. So I even think the people that were behind feeding her the right things before, they've left, and now it's just a bunch of other people that really buy into her shit, and they can't turn off the Trumpette. You know what I mean? That's really what the fuck it is. It just allowed, like, if Trump could, in a real world, Trump would have seen her and put her in Miss Universe and fucked her. Like, that's how they should be together. Like, they make sense the way they scream.
Yeah, it's like wearing a shirt that says "Feed the Poor" as you're walking into a Golden Corral. It's like, how would you fucking turn around and do that?
Bib that says "Feed the Poor"?
Yeah, exactly right.
You're sitting at the buffet table. You're eating at it. It's exactly what it is. Your
cup overfloweth.
Tax. I think Lady Gaga's pissed. Like, damn, I didn't have to wear the meat dress.
The meat dress. Go vegan. Should have borrowed the fucking meat dress.
It's old. It's the same dress. It's rotting.
Yes. The meat. Remember, she wore meat. That Lady Gaga then was in a movie as a great actress, supposedly. But before that, she wore meat. I like when people just forget that thing. Like with Katy Perry, it's like, remember when you were kissing a girl and you liked it? Like, no, she's an independent woman now. Remember Lady Gaga wore meat suits? No, she's a great actress and a wonderful spokesperson. You use that, Janet Jackson. Remember when she was a guy and molested kids? No, now she's showing her tit. Like, I believe Michael Jackson and Janet are the same person. I've never seen them together. Bobby, your background looks like it should be at the Met Gala. I like that. Now it's all shiny and nice.
Yeah.
It looks like it's from The Mummy.
Yes.
It does. It does.
Which I wanted to say congratulations, Alex. Yeah. I heard you got cast as the young Brendan Fraser in the prequel.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Better than being old Brendan Fraser. That's the worst.
Oh, man. Yeah, he turned to shit, but, his heart's still in it.
Well, he was never I know people said he was handsome. He was never a handsome fellow. He was like a Jerry O'Connell, a little more downsy. There's
a couple pictures. Oh, yeah, Jerry O'Connell's a good comparison. But, I mean, Jerry O'Connell and Brendan Fraser, they're the kind of guys where it's like there's like 7 pictures of them where you're like, oh, my God. But then you see him and you're like, nah.
Jerry O'Connell was also a fat boy, and then he got to fuck Rebecca Romaine Stamos, or when she was Rebecca Romaine, whatever. He lost weight. But when he was a child actor, he was a fat boy. Brendan Fraser was good looking and then became a fat boy.
He Stand By Me or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stand by me. That's what he wrote.
Alex is like, I was -20 when that movie came out. Matt, can you
come
up with
I watched it when it came out. Fuck you. Bobby, you want to play a game or want to do another story?
Let's play a game. Let's play your game.
Okay, well, yeah, Bobby's been pitching games. Just so you know, Alex, Bobby, we're going to do his game later. Bobby's doing everything. He's a compound media. He's a comedian. He's doing at least 7 minutes a night. He's amazing what he's doing. And he's not only all those jobs, he's also a retailer. He's also part of this podcast. He does a million things. But in his spare time, he's also trying to make more money, more moves. And he's been pitching shows to Nickelodeon and such. He'll pitch that in a bit. But it got me jealous, and I wanted to do it. And I was inspired the other day.
Love it.
Because I'm at 46 years old. I'm still a healthy man. I still get the same needs and desires of other people. And I'm shocked sometimes when certain parts of my body work. And I woke up the other day, and I'm not going to do much detail, but I looked and I went, wow, I have morning wood. And I haven't had that in a while as an older man. And then because I'm a guy who likes wordplay, I laughed and went, morning wood. That's something I would say if I saw a woman that wasn't that attractive in the morning. I rolled over and went, morning wood or wouldn't. That's my new game I'm pitching. I'm going to put pictures up of people. We're going to look at them unfiltered, no makeup, and we're going to decide if you woke up in the morning and saw them right away and did not know who they were. They just happened to be in your bed. You'd look and say, morning would or morning wouldn't. Would you fuck them?
Okay.
That's the game we're going with now.
So you mean sober in the morning? Are we talking hangover?
It's whatever your heart desires. You're waking up. They're in the bed. They just came in. It's the morning. First, you see them the first time they wake up. They're waking up. So you could be a burglar. You broke in. It doesn't matter. You're seeing them without any makeup. And then if they're famous, not famous, doesn't matter. You would look at the first thing in the morning and when they wake up and say morning would or morning wouldn't.
Got it.
We would do. So I will find my first one here. There we go. And Bobby, you're playing too, right?
Sure. Maybe. We'll see what the picture is.
Oh, it's our first time, so I'm going to go soft and easy with it. So, okay. So you guys see the picture now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll go with Bobby first. Bobby, morning would or morning wouldn't?
I can't see the eyes because I never hit this meeting is being recorded to continue, but I'm going to go with yes, I would.
It's just across her face. That's even hotter.
Oh, man.
So, Bobby, did you see it now? You must have hit the button by now. Oh no, it's you're not in the studio. You can't see it. Okay, so that helps because you can't tell. It's actually a famous person. You can't tell. Alex is thinking hard.
It looks like a face with secrets, man. Like I know that face.
Look, you've never slept with anybody with secrets.
Yeah, but I'm thinking
just saying,
I'm thinking one big
You're not
secret.
gonna
Here.
have this time, Alex. It's not to overthink. It's a look.
Yeah,
I'm
looking. Okay, right off the bat, I would.
And Bobby, you said would.
I'm going to change my answer now based on the angularity of the chin and say I would not.
Yeah, I know exactly where this is going. That's exactly what I was saying, Bobby. And
you guys are overthinking. I'm gonna be, and I know that's fun. I'm gonna be clear right now. For the first week of doing this game, Bobby, all 3 pictures are going to be actual women. It's not a dude.
Would. Absolutely
yeah.
would.
Not a dude. Not a dude. And they aren't fat.
Okay.
I've made sure I've actually chosen, these are people that like are usually known for wearing more makeup and dressed up and all that. These are famous people.
Dude, I'm hard right now. I absolutely
all right,
would.
good. Well, that's hot.
Then yes, I'm in.
Good. This is Kesha. But she has so many freckles you don't see it normally. But this is morning Kesha. So
she's gorgeous. This is she's gorgeous. Oh,
better looking. I think she's better looking without.
Easy. Yeah. Wow. TikTok.
I'm gonna change my answer because
we did it.
I hear she likes to like change her mind after the fact, so I'm also going to change my mind after the fact.
All right. Well, wow, that's a deep cut. Okay, our next picture here.
Absolutely would. Not even a question. I'm on it. Yes. 100%. Yes.
Crazed. She looks. She's wearing the hat like it's morning.
Yeah. It's not would I or would not take her to dinner. I'm fucking.
What I'm saying. Oh, by the way, I might, Bobby. I know hosts don't usually. Am I supposed to answer these?
Sure. Yeah, it's your game.
I wouldn't have fucked the first one. I wouldn't have fucked this one.
What?
No.
Why not the first?
This one looks like she has some crazy in her eyes.
Nose ring. Literally,
nose ring?
when I first see someone, I've dated people that have them, but when I first see it, it's like, I don't know why. I don't like it when you have fishing tackle on your face. I would, if I saw it right away without, remember, I'm not getting to know you or doing it. I would look, and a nose ring makes me go, nope. Wow. This one, fucking wicker hat. No.
No, we're going with the outfit too.
It's on. The hat's on.
She slept in that like she's on the sidewalk outside of Home Depot.
Exasperated.
Yeah, but those crazy eyes. I mean, she's gonna suck the soul.
You're a young man. I've been through crazy eyes, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
Bobby.
Oof.
Yeah.
This is Selma Hayek.
Yeah. Okay.
Which to me does not look anything like Selma Hayek. Now knowing that more, you're like, oh boy, that makeup artist better be making. I hope that makeup artist got to go to the Met Gala. She looks almost like Danny Trejo in this picture. Like it's a little I'd let her mow my lawn, if you know what I mean. I mean, no, literally mow my lawn. She's Mexican. All right. And finally, this one's easier to tell who it is, but
would
not. Never found her hot, never will.
Can't see the eyes.
I'm a big fan of Alex. I've never found her hot, and I think she has Down syndrome. But
yeah, dude. Yeah. I think she fucking drinks glue.
Yes, all that is true. But that being said, when I saw this picture right away, I was turned on. I hate her as a person. When I'm doing wood right away, I don't know what it is. Cute. I like the dimples. I like her face, the smile. She looks like somebody that right there when I saw it, I said, I do know who you are, but you look the same as you do now, as you do with her makeup, and it doesn't seem fake and phony to me. I don't know. For the first time in my life, I liked Drew Barrymore. I've never liked her before my entire life. I like her right here. Looks real cute. I get it. Looks like she could just wake up and on the go somewhere. It seemed like it wasn't a problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. We all know that she is a problem. She's one of the biggest problems in the history of Hollywood. But seeing that picture right away, morning wood, that's the only one I would have.
Yep. I like the tossed hair. I can't believe this is your only wood, though. I mean, that's a hot take. That's crazy.
Out of the three,
I respect it.
I just saw them. I'm a picky person. Bobby, did you choose?
I would.
I think out of the 3 pictures, this is the one that the person looks the most cute and presentable and whatever.
It does look like this is a normal person. Yeah. Tossed, messed up hair. She's wearing sweatpants or whatever. She's
ready to go. The other 2,
exactly.
Nose ring is gonna be an issue with the wicker hat. It's gonna give me a rash. This one here, she's not wearing accessories. I'm happy.
Just toss the wicker hat.
No,
you can't.
It's the rules.
To their body.
It's kind of like one of those action figures. You can't move it. Toss the wicker hat. How dare you? I don't even know the woman. You toss her hat. That's a crime somewhere.
It's third base.
Oh, by the way, that was her sombrero, I'm guessing, because she's Mexican. So, all right. I will take that off now because I don't want to share anymore. See, Bobby, that's my new game. It's safe. It's easy. Now,
It is nice.
Alex is lucky because he's here for the first week. Our games usually, they start off nice and then every week they get out of control. So that's going to be weirder for certain people, but you caught a good one. That's why when you both said a guy, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely where I would have gone, but not this week. There will definitely be a Thai lady boy whole episode at one point. Bobby, do you want to go into your game right now or should we go to a story?
Let's go to a story.
Right.
I'd like to give a little breath between our games.
Do you have a story this week or no?
Sure.
No, you don't have to. I'm just saying. If you
No, I do.
Oh, cool. Let's do yours then.
So, all right. 2 weeks ago, I was at my hotel, right? Toilet doesn't flush. Well, like it's got a real slow. It kind of doesn't all go down. It's a whole nightmare, but I get through it because it doesn't happen until Wednesday. I'm like, fuck it. I'm checking out tomorrow anyway. I checked in running on like 3 hours of sleep Sunday. Go to the bathroom and realize my toilet doesn't work again. And I got to tell you, Alex kind of hinted at this earlier. I'm a little on the larger side. I don't know if I'd go full on fat, a little heavier set. And I went down there with a fury to the front desk because like at this point, I feel like they're just fucking with the fat guy, right? Like, oh, we'll give him the toilet that doesn't flush all the way. And so, all right, I solved the situation. They're like, we'll take care of it. I'm like, it's cool. She's like, as soon as he gets in, I'm like, no worries. I'm at work until like 5 anyway. So just whatever. So I get back there last night and the fucker left the plunger in the bathroom. And that feels like now he's definitely just trying to send a message, right? So who's the piece of shit? Is it me for overreacting? Is it the hotel for not having functional toilets in 2021? Or is it the maintenance guy who's clearly just fucking with me?
Well, first of all, it's a piece of shit that's left in the fucking toilet because
I was gonna
thank you very much.
Happy
You left it right there. But I need some background info. When you say you went down with the fury, what kind of fury are we talking about?
Is it a vocal loud fury?
No, I was pretty calm. I was
people
pretty
yelling
calm.
World Star?
No, nothing like that. I was calm. It was just more like, hey, this is like the second time. What's going on here?
That's not fury.
Okay, so it's that eliminates you.
Did you say it like that, Bobby, or did you go?
No,
excuse me, asshole, is it? Did you do that thing you do?
No, because the woman working the desk was also was actually much heavier set than I am. So when she heard what happened, like I saw the pain in her eyes, the empathy. She knew what was going through. Say it again, Pat.
That was lunch because she's fat. That was lunch in her eyes.
It was indigestion.
Looked like compassion.
Okay, so honestly, man, like the plunger being left in the bathroom makes him seem like he's like, this is on you now. You got to take care of this yourself. But it's the hotel. It's the hotel being an asshole. I get they're understaffed, but it's like you can't tell me they're not making $100 million a year. Like you should have working everything. It should be like fucking homeostasis in there. You walk into a hotel, it should be perfect conditions. Fuck them.
I like it. Pat, what do you think?
Well, once again, I have questions.
Fair enough.
Were you putting anything in the toilet that wasn't poop or pee?
Toilet paper. Yes, toilet paper.
Besides those two things.
Nope.
Besides the things that belong in a toilet. Were you throwing like blunt wrappers or Q-tips?
No.
Things that
I throw that in the trash. No.
Just I had to ask.
That's a fair question. Yeah, no.
Second of all, when you were in a fury, now when you realized it didn't work, you tried to flush. Is that how you realized it didn't work? You went
several times, yeah.
So did you go one or two?
Two.
So you pooped, and then when you finished pooping, you tried to flush. You wiped. I hope you didn't go down there with a messy butt fury. That's the worst fury there is. And you were like and did it overflow or did it just rise to the top?
Rose to the top, and then it would fall, but like the important stuff wouldn't go away.
Did you try anything? Did you lift the top and do the chain move? Did you try any way to fix it, or did you just go no?
The first time the incident occurred, yes. This time I was like, fuck you, this is on you guys.
And then you went down, you complained, they said, sorry, sir. They sent someone up right away, I'm assuming. And then
No. They were like, we'll tell the engineer when he gets in.
The engineer.
The engineer.
Yeah. And I was like, that's a real
Were you on a submarine? Like, why was there an engineer?
That's what
he left out. It's a
janitors now. They're
Motel 8.
custodial engineers.
I hope they call him the rear admiral. because that's when he works on toilets. So it's a winter. But then so he came up. So how long did you have poop stew in your toilet the first time?
I don't know. I left and went to work.
You left and went to work and came back and it was fixed.
Yeah.
Okay.
In theory,
okay.
There's still a plunger in the room. Like
the first time. No. The first time he said there was no plunger.
The first time there was not. No.
Right. The second time when you went again and it happened again.
This was like 2 weeks later, different room.
So 2 weeks later, it happened again.
Yeah.
I don't know about my plumbing, but I'm guessing that even though with all the money and all the words that Alex used, like homeostasis, which makes me think, I don't know why I thought of gay Jason Statham, because that's my homeostatham. That's what I thought of right away. That'd be good for him. But anyway, I would think there's a lot of flushing, there's a lot of clogging, a lot of things going on. So it might just be maybe not just your toilet. It's just an issue that happens. I've never been an engineer of poop in a hotel. But the second time, 2 weeks later, yes, I'd be upset again. Also, knowing that you're someone that stays there weekly, you should be treated a little better than the people that just come in willy-nilly once in a while. You basically live there and you're not homeless. It's a rare breed. It's not California. You're not just there. They forced you to be there. So now that being said, the second time you came down, I'm actually not upset at the plunger thing. I think that was, hey, we suck at our job. We feel bad. And we want to give you something to do so you don't have to keep coming down here. Now, I know paying money, yes, I would take it as an insult. Like, I'm going to do it myself, fuck you. But it's better than having to come back down in the middle of the night and not have anything.
That's true.
And not trying to be a dick, Bobby, but you look like a man who's plunged. Like you have plunged.
Okay, that's fair. It's fair.
It's all there. I would also be handed a plunger. Alex wouldn't. He's dainty and beautiful. And they'd be like, no, sir, we will send a young boy to do it for you.
Does your boyfriend know how to plunge a toilet, sir?
Yeah, it's like your husband can do that for you.
Yeah. Bobby's upset they thought he didn't bring his own.
Right. Yeah. It's like, hey, where's Luigi? You asshole. It's like, so to me, the piece of shit is not you. It is not the person that gave you a plunger. It's not the fat woman who was related with you. It's the engineer. It's the engineer for calling himself the engineer, because they don't call him the engineer. They call him the janitor. And then he used to say custodian. They wouldn't get it. And then one day he probably fixed a clock radio or something so minute. And they're like, what are you doing? He's like, what do you want doing? I'm an engineer. And he fixed that. So what I think is happening here is he's such an asshole with his title that now someone else, other janitors, the other that work with him, are now on purpose fucking up toilets when you leave and messing things up and destroying things, fucking holding the button too long in the elevator. So the engineer has to fucking deal with it. So the engineer gets fucking They're probably give him a caboose hat when he's for Christmas. Here you go, engineer, go write this thing. So that's who it is. Because a custodian, you dick, he would have taken care of it right away and not had an issue. So it's not you, it's the fucking engineer.
I do like to think that the engineer is an actual engineer who has like a PhD in fluid dynamics from Harvard. And he's like, there is no greater challenge than to keep the Holiday Inn Express toilets working properly.
Or he's like, when you're getting an Uber and it's like it's an Indian guy. He's like, in my country, I was a doctor. He's like, in my country, I was engineer. Like, yeah, but now you fix toilets, dick.
Let me tell you guys, the piece of shit's the hotel. And here's why.
Yep.
As I walked past the desk this morning to go to my job, the woman was like, hey, heads up. We left the plunger because the engineer said it's something in the wall that he'll fix after you check out. And it feels like at this point in time, there's a potential poo water floodage going to happen. It might be time to move my room. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, dude.
The front desk at a hotel, but it might be time to go, you know what? We're going to cut our losses on this one, kiddo. Let's move into 1407.
Yeah, they should have put you in a different fucking
Bobby,
room.
I'm sorry, real quick to cut you off. What if he's not the engineer and you heard it wrong?
Oh, no. We don't have to do this.
Yes,
we don't
doing it.
we don't have to go
and
there.
He's just a guy from Africa named Engineer. And they're like, you didn't fix it again, that engineer.
You co-sign on that, Bobby?
Nope. Do not. That's why I was like, we don't have to go there.
Hello there, it's me, the engineer, and I'm not going to be fixing no white boy poops.
Guys, we have a surprise asshole for this story. We have a surprise piece of
I do that always.
Yeah.
Why do you think my name's in it? That engineer. Can we make that t-shirt, Bobby?
No, we can't.
It's just a black guy plunging a toilet. Engineer. We'll sell like hotcakes. Or hot wings, because it's black guy. So I'm sorry. So you had a poop wall?
Pretty much, yeah. that's just waiting to explode. They're like, it'll work fine until you check out.
Yeah, you're never checking out. Don't you live there forever?
I check Sunday through Thursday.
Yeah. Do you get in the same room all the time?
No,
All right. So has it happened just in that one room?
I don't know. I don't like to stay on the 14th floor because they have a 12 and a 14, and they pretend like I don't know that it's still the unlucky 13th floor.
Yeah, that's
But I can do math.
version. Yeah.
I was just too tired to fight about it the first time I was there.
Immediately should have put you in
jump
a
out of the
different
14th floor. You'll die with a floor earlier. So yeah, it's not you.
Definitely not you.
And you're definitely taking healthy shits. You're not eating a clean living of eating.
No, I actually have been lately.
But I'm sure at that time when this was happening, you weren't hammering home there. You weren't like thick cuts of beef coming out of you.
No, thankfully, I had only eaten Annie Ann's that morning, so it was pretty liquidy most of the time.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Hanging out at the mall.
That's why they gave you the plunger, because you're making mud soup.
And then I just didn't eat anything yesterday because I was like, if I don't eat anything, I can't poo, and this isn't a problem.
Wait, Annie Ann's, it's pretzels, right?
Yeah, it's what was open.
Cheese sauce.
Hmm.
You're having cheese sauce.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. That's
But
gonna
then
make it
Prior to that, I only
stew.
had salads.
Oh, if you were making Annie Ann's fucking stew in that toilet, I'm handing you a plunger. If you make a couple
Jokes on them. I'm not going to use it.
like
I'm
that
just going
little-
to check it out.
that little poop that's like a rock that you get mad, it just comes out small at the grumpy munchkin. If you made a couple of those butt nuggets, then I wouldn't care and I would fix it. But if you're making fucking like chocolate yoo-hoo, I'm fucking handing you a plunger.
I had a blue Powerade as well, so it was green.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not going near that, engineer or not.
Alex, before we lose you, let's do something a little more cheerful. So
No problem.
Pat mentioned I pitched some shows to.
Bobby, who do you think the piece of shit is in your piece of shit story?
I was at the hotel. Just change my room. Stop being ridiculous.
You know who the fuck I am? I was recognized once in Vegas. Fuck
Yeah, exactly.
7-minute man. Fuck off.
So like Pat said, I've been pitching some shows to Nickelodeon, and there are two that have gotten traction. We'll do the game show first, and I'll tell you what's going on in the other one.
Oh, yeah.
But pretty much, they want to bring back that family Friday night game show feeling that you and your kids can all sit together and watch a game show that's not too corny. You know what I mean? It's not just Jeopardy. It's fun.
Mhm.
And, so basically the idea I'm pitching, and to picture it best, you got to visualize it. It's going to be hosted by Drake Bell. And the musical will be done by, we're jumping the gun, killer.
No, we're not. No, we're not. If you pay attention, it's just Drew Barrymore still.
All right. Well, basically the music will be done by Gary Glitter or Drake.
Yelling at me. What do I work
Recording
at a hotel? Don't you yell at me.
Yeah. So it's hosted by Drake Bell. The music's by Gary Glitter.
Glitter.
Or Drake, either one.
Okay.
Depending on the demographic of the person playing the game, we'll switch up the music accordingly so it fits. You know what I mean? We want them into it too.
Yeah, dude. You want people to feel comfortable.
And the premise is pretty simple. We take a gentleman, right? We put his family behind a one-way mirror. They watch him as we
Mhm.
project slightly pornographic images of women or men, ages 15 or 19. And the game shows very simply 15 or 19. You have to-
Okay.
So we need you to play along as part of the pilot. You know,
Okay.
we'll throw it all together.
This
And we're
is
gonna throw
cool.
you a couple of things. We picked the pictures this
Hey.
week, so they're probably gonna be a little tamer.
Okay.
We've gotten a little wild in the past couple of
We
weeks.
got too wild. We went too far.
And to reel it back in, you know.
Some people actually were their careers were over. We went too far, too hard. Some of the porn stars were dead.
I got to fire up a VPN.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
we went easy. We went easier.
Let's see the first one, Pat.
Oh, Jesus.
Hang on a second. I can't see again.
Well, you're playing?
Yeah, I'll play.
All right. Well, Alex,
And I'm guessing 15 or 19.
15 or 19.
See, this is 15 years old, but with the money of someone that's going to be treated like they're 18 or 19, rather. This is someone that's 15 with the money of someone that's 19. Okay. And in Hollywood, that's cash is king. So doesn't matter what I say. It matters when she's around Drake, when push comes to shove,
Yeah.
Well, first of all, she's not 15 or 19. She's 11, if you catch my drift.
Hey, oh, look at this guy, right?
Thank you very much.
Alliteration.
So I think she is, in my mind, in my heart of hearts, she is 15. But when she puts her feet in Hollywood, doesn't matter.
Now,
It doesn't matter.
Bobby, I have to ask a question I've never asked in the over 2 months we've done this game show now. It's been a while. When we go, I've always thought one thing. When we're saying 15 or 19, we're not guessing if they're exactly those ages. We're saying legal or not legal, correct?
That's what we're getting at. Yeah.
Right.
We like to dance around it.
Just making sure, because when the choices I made, they're not exactly those ages, but they fall into those categories.
Gotcha. Is this the person from Stranger Things?
That was every one of Alex's jokes. The 11 reference, everything else he did.
Gotcha.
Alex just nailed it beautifully throughout the entire thing. Yes, this is the girl from Stranger Things.
That's what the clue has led me to. So I'm going to say 15 as well.
Good.
No,
We have that on record.
Did Alex say 15 or 19?
I said 15, but with the money she had, I mean, if this was a fucking
It's
middle
not
school
about the
in
legal
Ohio-
battle. It's about you seeing her and making a decision to yourself. I like the morning wood. Can I or can I not?
I will say absolutely not.
Bobby says the same thing. She falls into the category of 15. She is 17 years old. Close.
17. I didn't even know she was 17. I thought she was like fucking 14 years old.
Well, I know it is, even though it's on my computer. Goddamn it! When you search things like "who's hot in 15," it's not a good time.
That's for Bing.
For the essence of time, Pat, let's just do one more this time around.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't care. As long as we bury her. What the fuck?
And this one's tough because the more you look at it, the more you don't know.
Yeah, I say 19. Like that look like legal. That looks legal. I mean, god damn. Thank God she's seemingly an Olympian and living in that little freak village. Because if this bitch had to go to a regular middle school, she is getting fucking.
Yeah, good thing
shoved
they
in a
made those no
locker.
fuck beds this year.
Yeah, exactly. No one can take off her sleep apnea machine and try to finger her. Fuck that monster.
David Spade looks great.
Yeah, rest in peace, Kurt Cobain. I loved you in. Yeah,
What
fuck
age
that.
are you saying though?
I say 19. I'm saying old. I'm going high.
You got to be high to fuck that thing.
I'm going 15 on the premise of legal or not legal. Like you can't fuck somebody who looks like that. Not legal. Not
No.
legally.
I don't think it's a legality. I think it's standards.
No. It's
I
like
don't know, man.
It's an ethical thing. Clearly, there's some genetic disease that she could pass on to kids. So, from a moral standpoint,
Yeah.
the laws of God, maybe not
this-
the laws of the United States.
100%. This is an I am Sam situation. Was Sam over 18? Yes. But if I walked in on a woman fucking Sam, I would call the police. So
Those
So
titties.
would we. That's Frank's father-in-law who's dead.
great line, by the way, Pat.
Thank you. Yeah, I did that because I knew Bobby was going to hear the word Sam and then shit on Frank's father-in-law who just died, whose name was Sam. That's why I did it, and I did do it perfectly.
Those titties ain't retired.
This youngest person from the band Hanson, this person here is 19 years old.
Whew. Thank
He's
God.
the oldest child of the corn.
A child of the cornhole.
Fucking Malachi over here.
We're
Brutal.
going to one more.
Oh man, I'm saying
We're going to combine both games, 15 or 19, and morning would or wouldn't.
yeah, woof, man. Well, one has to align with the other.
No, they don't.
No, they do.
They
do.
do.
They don't in this because you could listen. There's a lot of people who have made that choice. They've gone to jail, but they
Doesn't
still
look
made
Japanese.
that choice. Alex,
No.
well, Bobby, if Alex wants to go to jail, he can.
Yeah, thanks. I'm going 15. I could see this chick like standing outside of a Journeys in the mall.
Yes, 15 would not.
Yeah, oh yeah. Would not.
Oh, no, Alex, no, you did not say that.
Yeah,
You were
let me
way
say it
down.
right now. Would not.
You're not saying that that's a pretty human being? Either one of you? You think it's ugly?
I'd give her a great fucking quinceanera present or whatever. I'm not fucking.
I'd give her
banging her.
advice on how to get into a good college.
Yeah, yeah.
But what if I turn around right now and say she's 19? Then you guys are going to change your answers?
No, because then you're
No.
going to turn around and say, I was just kidding. She's 15.
Yeah, she's 15 and trans.
Well, guess who's turning around? She is 17 years old. Ladies and gentlemen. She's a YouTube star named Madison Ziegler or some shit like that. I don't know.
Wow. Okay. Ooh. We were in the
back to Bobby
trenches
Brown.
there.
All right, we did it. But
All right. Well, the good news is that game shows that been getting like positive reviews by the execs, so they've given me the license to write a sitcom as well, Alex.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, so and
Dan
it's
Schneider's
cool.
still on board.
And
I think
it's,
they're doing it just to stop him from sending in these games we do every week. Like, please stop here. You can write a show.
the show is called Barry. Well, the main character's name
I
is
was gonna
Barry.
say, there's already a show called
I think
Barry.
it's called.
It's
I think we
popular on
agreed.
HBO.
It's called Rev-tarded. And the premise is very simple. There's a guy with Down syndrome whose parents were super Catholic, right? And all through the ages, he was super religious, got, confirmed, graduated high school. And then he goes to the priest and says, I want to join the seminary.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't really find a justification to say no. So he just kind of enters the seminary, and that's where the sitcom picks up. And there are lots of fun things like the no humping episode where they're like, oh my God, Barry humps everything. Like, they have to, some challenges. There's one where he gives a touching speech on a pro-life issue where he's like, I understand we all believe that anything's possible, and I'm an example of that. But at the same time, God granted us all these civil liberties, so maybe we should give people the right to choose. We got free will. It's a whole.
And this guy is retarded.
Yeah, it's the mid-season
like the
finale.
most retarded.
It's a real tearjerker.
Communion is an animal cracker.
That's the episode we're getting to this week. Believe it or not, Alex, you nailed it. It's where he tries to use vanilla wafers as the Eucharist. And the bishop comes and says, you can't do that. But he argues that the Jewish unleavened bread is the tradition we don't need to follow. God is love. And for him, love is a vanilla wafer. And it's a whole
Bobby, the best part about this is that your show is something that you would go, okay, I can't predict that. But you know what people always say about shows? They're like, oh, whatever, I saw that coming. Alex saw the premise coming before you said anything.
Exactly.
So it's fucking canceled. Oh, they're already doing the wafer thing. The writers will quit. I guess they stopped reading the books and then they got past the fucking two. It's like Game of Thrones with retards. Like after the 4 books, now they're just writing whatever. By the way, Alex, just last week my pitch was the greatest episode of all times. The one where the guy's in the back fisting jelly donuts and he's just going to town and then he realizes he has to go out to mass, so he doesn't clean his hands off and he goes like this and they think it's stigmata. Dude, that's a fucking tremendous episode.
Great episode.
Or people are protesting like a certain group that really hates gay people, but one of the guys is dyslexic because people that hate gays are really dumb. So instead of writing God hates bags, he wrote God hates bags. And this guy used to be a grocer. He used to bag groceries because he's retarded. So he takes it as a shot to him and gets upset. They're protesting his old job of being a guy who bagged groceries because he's retarded. God hates bags would be a huge episode.
And obviously the first season finale is he's not going to pass any of his classes, right? He's not going to get advanced to the second year. But spoiler alert, all of his classmates diddling kids. So they're like, we can't lose an entire class. Just advance them to year 2. And that's the season finale.
The Neil Armstrong
He can't diddle
situation.
kids because his fingers are too thick because retarded guys have thick fingers.
Okay, well, that made it offensive.
That did?
Everything.
That
I just
did.
got the note
Reverend
from the FCC. They
retarded.
said everything but that was fine.
Retarded's not offensive, though.
Yeah, this
No.
kid is like, God gave me the strength to fucking snap a fucking 2x4 in half.
Oh, dude, his Pope hat when he moves on, it will be so big.
It'll have a propeller on top.
They give him the beanie with the spin. Oh, dude, you gotta do that. They keep giving him outfits to make him look more. He doesn't get a Pope mobile. He gets a short bus. It's fucking great.
Yeah, the Pope Mobile is like one of those little tight cars made of plastic. It's not bulletproof. It's fucking airsoft proof. Fucking idiot.
That's the show they're letting him write instead of the one about pedophiles fucking.
Yeah, it's still the Benny Hill theme
Stop
song.
writing to us. What is wrong with you? It's like, I did 7 minutes in Vegas. You know what the fuck I am? I'm Gino Visconti's friend. Give me a show.
Yeah, he pisses the bed. He's like, it looks like God.
People come over
They
and
see the Virgin Mary in his pea stained sheets. I love it.
Yes.
He's got a hemorrhoid that looks like the Virgin Mary, and he just keeps showing everyone his asshole. And they're like, "Stop doing this!" No, but look, the Virgin Mary. And they keep looking at it, and they're like, "But he's not wrong." We wish he'd stop showing us this, but it does look like the Virgin Mary inside this guy's asshole. I think basically what you're doing here is every week we're writing what the guys from Always Sunny in Philadelphia would do if they had a priest show. That's basically what it feels like. I think Danny DeVito could play our retarded guy and nobody would care.
Oh, could you imagine?
And we say he's 20 because no one knows the age of retardeds. They're like black. They don't crack. You know what I mean? It's fine.
Oh, I kind of typecasted Chad Zumach into that role.
Silk City hot sauce is a tremendous hot sauce. It is. They support all kinds of comedians. One being Chad Zumach, star of the next show, Retarded. He has one called Mango Madness. It's incredible. It's delectable. It's unbelievable. My favorite is Aztec Attack. Bobby, what is your favorite sauce?
Badass Jew. Ehrenberg's Badass Jew. It started that way. I've tried a bunch of them now. It stayed that way. It's just the right amount of hot and flavor. It's a good balance for me. And here's the thing about Silk City hot sauce. We cannot actually advertise them on Revtarded because of the final molestation episode. Silk City hot sauce is anything goes except for pedophiles. Anybody can try their hot sauce. If you're a
pedophile, turn this off. We appreciate you watching all the rest. We know you love 15 or 19. You're always rooting for the underdog. But this part, you're not allowed to have any sauce. So go get your Frank's Red Hot because that's what pedophiles eat. Go ahead, Bob.
Tune out.
And one thing we've talked
about. No. That's what pedophiles are doing right now. No. That's what they do when they can't fuck a kid.
One thing we love about Silk City hot sauce is it's non-food properties as well, right? We've talked in the past how it might be good to put in a vagina if you live in Texas right now and you need to get rid of something legally.
Take that,
We've
almost,
talked about
baby.
how if you put it on your dick before sex, it'll not only give your girl a fun thrill, but also prevent any STD transformations.
She might give you the clap, but you'll give her a tasty treat that can't be beat.
Exactly. And one more thing we've actually talked about is if you mix Ghost Whisperer with your fentanyl or with your cocaine, it'll neutralize any fentanyl that's in it.
Wow. And that's huge too.
Yeah,
that's huge.
It's a big deal right now.
Everyone's hoping for that.
So right now, go to silkcityhotsauce.com, use promo code POS to save 15%.
And you get a free bottle of some other shit.
Cherry Sriracha.
I don't
know if they're still running that promotion.
I don't think so. I think it's been a while. And also when we had Brooke on, she bought Cherry Sriracha, so she got something else.
Nice. And they're good like that.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I didn't know you could buy it. I thought that you're just giving it away. I was like, oh, you can actually buy the free shit? Why would you buy the free shit? They're going to get, like, she's a nice girl, and I used to work with her, but I was very shocked when she was like, I bought the Cherry Sriracha. I'm like, I told you that when you just order anything, they're going to give it to you. So why the fuck would you buy it? Because then you just got something. You would have got it. So what if I didn't?
The important thing is it shows this flexibility of Silk City hot sauce. They'll work with you as long as you're not a pedophile.
Correct.
It's bold and it's full of flavor, not just heat. It comes in a variety of flavors and strengths. Which one will become your favorite? You have to go there and check them out. They also have like 6-pack and 4-packs. You buy all different stuff. I like Aztec Attacks. I don't like the hot shit. It's good. It's flavorful. It's all great. But it's also locally grown for the guys there in Vermont. Even though Silk City, we learned, is not in Vermont. It's in New Jersey, which is odd because I didn't think anything good came out of New Jersey besides Bon Jovi and pedophilia.
Springsteen.
Not pedophilia. Just Bon Jovi. But they're there in Vermont. They're growing their own stuff. They support comedy. They're wonderful people. And we think you should support them. Buy some, give it to your friends for the fall season when their people are like, here, have this pumpkin flavored shoe. You're like, this sucks. But if you pour like some fucking Jonestown or something like that on there, a slurp or something like that, it's going to change the flavor of that bullshit autumn stupid taste you have in your mouth. You want to eat an apple? Who the fuck wants to eat an apple? But an apple covered in hot sauce, that's probably not good either. But it'll taste better than an apple.
We're going to get an email from Silk City. Love how you promote the thing. Maybe not apple covered hot sauce.
Yeah, well, okay. You know how horses are assholes sometimes? Like you walk by and they're like, and they're just showing off their big cocks. You're like, easy horse. You don't got to fucking brag to me.
How many horses do you walk around?
No one's touching me. Maybe you throw a little hot sauce on an apple, feed it to it, and fuck with it a little bit. I'm just saying. Make sure it's an adult horse. Don't fuck with kid horses. That's also pedophilia, I think.
Nope. Hands off the ponies.
Oh, I thought you said no. I'm like, no, it's not. You can fuck kid horses. I'm like, I didn't know that. I didn't know. No horsing around. But no, but in all seriousness, dude, it's one of the best fucking products there is. I never liked hot sauce. I cook with it all the time fucking now. Whenever I'm eating stuff that I think is going to be bland, I've been trying to like eat when I eat healthy and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to have chicken and vegetables. When I add any of these sauces, it fucking steps it the fuck up. It's incredible. I use the Kevin Dabrowski the Just Joking sauce. I was never a buffalo wing sauce type guy, but I use that on so much shit. It's such a good fucking sauce. So go to the website, like I said, use the promo code POS, last S for savings, whatever it is. You save 15%. And what does POS stand for this week, Bobby?
Please, oh my God, stop molesting kids.
Oh, I thought it was ponies or stallions. That's our new 15 or 19. If you're gonna fuck a pony or an old horse, but either way,
there it is. That's it.
Good.
We did it. That's our thing. So thank you for supporting that, Bobby. I think we did it this week. We have more stories. But
I do have one last question for Alex, though.
Oh, okay,
Lay it on me.
Okay. As somebody who looks like they were one step away from the final genetic perfection, like you look like you're this close, Alex. Genetic engineering. Have you seen the movie Gattaca?
God damn it!
No, I haven't. I have not seen Gattaca.
Okay,
But,
so it's basically a movie about genetic engineering. It's in the future. You can design everything about your kid, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're headed that way. We're headed that direction. We're, with genome, genetic engineering, and everything like that. So the day and age comes, you're ready to have a kid with the young, pretty Miss Alex Castagne.
Yeah.
And you get to the genetic engineering of your kid, right? How big are you making his cock?
Oh man. Now I have just one simple question.
Fair enough.
Now, is this cock? Can I project it into the future? Because I don't want some baby coming out and we actually.
This is something we bring up every week. According to Bobby, it grows naturally with the kid. You don't have a big cock as a baby.
Okay. Because I don't want it getting mistaken for the umbilical cord and then it's all gone to waste. But I want my.
I didn't realize you didn't want to waste it.
I don't want fucking, and then my wife leaves me. It's a whole thing. But like, yeah. I would
your
like
wife's leaving you because you won't impregnate her normal style. Like, no, let's just genetically make one. I don't want to come in you.
Yeah, I don't want to.
That's the movie Gattaca. You hate this movie, but that's the whole movie Gattaca.
Nobody's seen Gattaca.
Everybody's seen Gattaca except for apparently guests on the Pat Oates show. Okay, we're 0 for 20 doesn't mean nobody's seen this movie Gattaca.
Attica from Dog Day Afternoon. Yeah, I would like my child to grow up. Maybe when he's 17 or 18, he looks down. It's a fully developed hog, and we're talking. I would, man, in my heart of hearts, I would like him to have 7.2, with a nice like 3.5
circumference.
girth. Yeah, circumference.
Yeah, nice.
I would like a 7.2. Yeah.
Wow, we've heard a lot of answers. 7.2 is probably the most reasonable because you got to think we've talked about this before. But the bigger it is, the bigger dick your kid's going to be. The easier life he's going to have. The smaller it is, harder he's going to work. Hitler
well,
had a
he's
micro
going to be
penis,
humble.
all that jazz.
Mine's going to be humble. I mean, think about what it's going to be like growing up without a father. He's going to be like, oh man, at least he's like, at the end of the day, at least, thank God I have a decent sized penis. I found my mom dead with a fucking needle in her arm. I don't have a dad. So at least at the end of the day, I can lay my head down on this beautiful cock.
He's just yelling at his kid. The one good thing my father did for me.
It's like a boy named Sue, but I gave him a beautiful penis and then ditched.
That's awesome. And that's a great note to end it on. Alex, tell the people where they can find you.
You just be happy I didn't do what I was about to do. I shouldn't have Googled what I just Googled.
He's going to bring the engineer back.
I Googled babies with enlarged genitalia.
Oh, Christ.
No, dude.
Yeah, and there was one I almost shared, but it was fucking crazy. It looked exactly like Alex's kid he was describing.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm gonna say my handles as fast as possible.
I made sure I wrote genitalia because no pedophiles writing genitalia; they're writing baby cock.
Yeah, they're not using.
Can't wait till they're playing that quote in a trial.
Yeah,
it's right here.
To outsmart us, Your Honor.
I didn't say it. It was that other fake account of mine. All right, Alex, where can people follow you? See all that fun stuff.
Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at Alex Castagne, Castagne. Thank you guys so much for having me on. This was a fucking blast on a fucking Tuesday. Who would have thought? Thank you guys so much. Really awesome time.
You were great. Thank you. A lot of times Bobby misses with these picks, but he did well. So, Bobby,
I am like the Spurs of drafting. I just pick a lot of foreign guys who seem to do pretty well, better than we were expecting.
Yep.
Not you, Alex. I knew you were going to do great.
Not you. You're not foreign. I was.
Yeah, exactly. Check out the Eastside Dave Show with Roy Harder every Tuesday at 7:30 on Compound Media. Follow me at Bobby_Tamburo. I'll be at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone doing a fundraiser for Jan. It is for the Children's Miracle Network. I really believe in this cause. So if you can come see me and Earl this Thursday at the Comedy Zone, please do. It'll be a hell of a time.
Is Jan a person or it stands for something?
It's a team. It's a person. And I think I don't really know all the details on this particular fundraiser, but all the money.
J stood for this, A stood for this, and
might be that. I don't know what the team is, but basically what it is, it's like all these fundraising teams try to raise as much money as possible for the same cause. And, it's a great cause. So,
that's great.
However the money gets there, I'm cool with it. And as always, this is probably gonna be on YouTube. Head over to our Patreon, subscribe. It's where you get the best content. I know we've said it for a while. We've got big things in the works. Just get on board.
Well, step 1 has been done.
Yes, Pat's got better internet, so now we can start to play.
Go to step 2 until my internet wasn't shoddy. So now we did better there. And most importantly, if you can't do the Patreon, which we wish you could, it's only $3 a month, tons of content. You get one bonus episode every week. You get the episodes before anybody else does. Just go over to the YouTube. You don't want to pay $3. I get that. Everyone's struggling with shit. Just go over there and subscribe to that. You can see the shows when they do come out. And also, if you're someone who likes to listen, you're not a voyeur and you like to listen to us, it's got to be weird to listen to 15 or 19. People have told me that. They're visualizing what the porn stars look like. If you have to listen and go, sounds like it, pedophile, it's got to be weird. But people are. They're listening a lot on there. We get more. We get good views. We're getting more listens and views, which is very strange. But follow us on any of those platforms there and check that out. I've been putting those out on Sundays, so you can keep checking those out. Things there. Go to the YouTube channel. Please support that as well. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Even though it looks like I'm on Twitter, I am not. So if you see me on Twitter, that's not me. I have reported it many times. I don't care. I know Bobby says don't bring it up. I don't care. I'm an asshole. Don't listen to people. Fuck you. Stop. First of all, get some time in your life. I've been me the whole time, and I would never want to fake this. I don't know why you want to, but all right. But anyway, Alex, we thank you so much for being on.
Thank you,
fantastic.
Guys.
Bobby, thank you coming live from the Compound Media Studios, which is always awesome. And Bobby, you know how to make this go away.
Yeah, well, actually, Alex, I have to walk up to the camera and get real close and say, just remember, if you can't join them, beat them. And remember, don't be a piece of shit. But I won't be able to have the mic. So I need you to throw your voice and we'll do it puppet style. Ready?
You're going to make us say all that? All right.
I'm going to try to remember.
Yeah, don't worry.
If you can't join them, beat them.
The name of
I was lying about the wood. Piece of shit. Oh my God. Hold on.
I like boys.
I like boys. I was lying about the wouldn't on the last girl. And this has been the Pat Oates Show. Thank you guys very much.
I was really lying. I'd fuck that girl.